It's really hard to focus with that filter on. Okay, gain to max. What else can I change? Default. I gotta try tweaking. Tweak a little bit. Wrong way. Wrong way. Let me go the other way. Okay, I think I'm going in the right direction now. And since I don't have an electric focuser on this, I have to manually tweak and look, and then tweak and look. Why does what look so small? I have a 4-inch refractor running at f3.7. And I'm zoomed in. There's the full field right there. Let me take the mask off and see what it does. Okay, so the mask is off. Okay, now I had the Batinov mask on. So now let me put the gain to about 25. That's where I had the gain the other night, Thursday night. I had it set to 25. Let's see, 20, 23, 24. Gain is at 25. Okay. Now, let's see. Where is... I'm going to go to M22.
Telescope slew into target.
I think it's there. I just... Right now I'm at...
Telescope slew complete.
Let me go to 1.5 seconds. And now let me go to live stack. 5. Let's see how it cleans up with an average stack of 5. It's a pretty bright globula. Just it's still pretty bright skies, and I have this really intense H alpha filter on. Hi, Jeff. I was going to leave the H alpha filter on for a while because I want to try to go for Lagoon and Trifid and all with the moon, because the moon is not too far from it. Where's the moon? Right now I'm about 10, 15 degrees from the moon right now. Okay. Well, let me move. I'm going to go over to, where's Lagoon? I'm 20.
Telescope slew into target.
Going to Lagoon Nebula.
Telescope slew complete.
Okay. And I was average stacking, so now I have to take off the average stack. There's Lagoon. This is a, wow, that's not bad for a second and a half. Let me start adding some text. Let's start with Bing. And let me go back. I want to go to a smaller font. So this is going to be man. Lagoon. Lagoon Nebula. Okay. And let me go back to average stacking so let it clear up. Okay. So now the next color will be, where is 1.5 seconds. And then I go to pink. I'm going to go to average stack of 5. What other parameters do I have? I'm not going negative or positive. Sharpness is at 0. Let me put that in. Let me do a dark. I'm going to apply the dark that I took the other night. Dark field. Import a dark from the other night. There should be a dark. 287, a 2-second dark. Open and enable. So I'm enabling a 2-second dark. DFC. That means dark field correction. Okay. 1.5 seconds. Average stack of 5. What are the parameters? Sharpness is 0. So let me put that up. SHARP. Sharpness 0%. Okay. I had to go with the H alpha filter earlier because the moon in the daytime, I could not get the exposure and the gain short enough to actually not get a white screen. So let me stop this and let me go to a longer exposure. Let me go to 2500. That's 2.5 seconds. That's 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds, and I'm going to average stack. And then, so now I'm going to change the exposure time. Bink, erase that, and I'm going to put up 2.5 seconds. And what? Oh, gain. Gain is 25 out of 50. So let me put that up because that's another important. What other color can I throw up on the mix? Gain 25 of 50. Okay, so I think that's all the important parameters up. But yeah, that's a 2.5 second exposure. I'm doing this for Matt. Matt Harmston has a 101 millimeter refractor, and he was considering getting one of these cameras for use with it. And he asked if I would try and see what happens. And yeah, it's working pretty darn good. What other parameters? I think I have everything else. Okay, that bit depth is 8. That's standard. Color adjustments. Color adjustments are all set to default. 0 contrast in 1 gamma. Frame rate, I should be low frame rate. Thanks, Dewey. Yeah, I'm enjoying getting back in the saddle. And really, you can't use digital binning with this camera because the sensor is so small. So I'm at digital binning level 1. I could digital bin, but I think it's useless with this small sensor. Black level should be 0. It is. Stacking, average stacking 5. Sharpness. What I can do now is I can try. Let me try stopping the stack. I'm going to push the sharpness to say 50. And then do the average stacking again. So now sharpness is now 50. Click, click. Sharpness 50%. Okay. And right now this target is 29.5 degrees up at azimuth 208. So it's going down in the west. Histogram, I think, is at default. So let me check histogram. Histogram is at default. So I could, in theory, raise the black point to about, oh, what happened? All of a sudden the histogram jumped. So I'm at the default histogram. Am I still enabled the dark field correction? Dark is still enabled. Yeah. Okay. And that's a 2-second dark, and I forget what gain level I captured it Thursday night. Evening, Simon. Hi, Will. Hello, Jack. I could probably push the exposure a little because of that H alpha filter. I'm going to put a note in the bottom. Uh, oh, hi, Kasha. The first thing you type ends up being your name, which was hello, Jack. So if you log off and log back in and put in Kasha, then it'll appear as Kasha. It's my wife's friend. She's in the house with my wife. Let me put that across the bottom. Okay. What I find amazing is that with the moon, oh, son of a gun. Let me capture, I'm gonna start capturing auto capturing some images. I'm gonna capture an image every uh, minute or so and save it to a folder. Uh-oh, no, something's wrong. Capture, stop capture. Let me see. Options, preferences, auto capture, capture time slot. I want to capture one every 60 seconds. And I want to capture 500. Apply. Okay. And now I'm going to start capture, auto capture. So now I'm starting to capture images every minute. I really should do another dark. I did this dark with Thursday night. It's not quite matching. But it's not bad. Well, while we're here, I'm average stacking 5. Uh, I'll turn it off. You can see that is the unaverage stacked image. That's the raw image as seen by the camera, and it's a little noisy. Uh, if I went with a longer exposure, but yeah, there's no binning. Yeah, the binning just the chip is only 6.3 millimeters, very small chip, and if you bin it, uh, you can't do any kind of zooming without it really distorting. So that's why I don't use the binning. But it's so sensitive, you really don't need it. So I'm back to the average stacking of 5, and it'll start smoothing out. Well, now I'm going to move up to the Trifid. Let's see. Let me there and dark lane. I'm going to sync on this.
Telescope synced.
Now I'm going to go over to the Trifid.
Telescope slew into target.
And I'm going to stop the stacking. And there's the Trifid.
Telescope slew complete.
And now I'm going to start the average stacking again. Bingo. Okay, so the thing is with this camera, as soon as you average a few, it really cleans up the image. Let me see if I can try a longer exposure. Okay, let's see. Bingo. Where's exposure? I'm going to go to 3,500. 3.5 seconds. Okay. And I'm going to stop and start. And now we're at 3.5 seconds. So I'm going to erase that. I'm going to go back to 3.5 seconds. Not bad for 3.5 seconds. Rusty, still raining in Oklahoma? And how cold is it? I know they shut down Okie Tech's Star Party early because of the possibility of it snowing. Okay. Well, while we're in the neighborhood, let's see. Okay, Jeff. Let me go to the Omega Nebula. It's here somewhere. Lutu.
Telescope slew into target. Telescope slew complete.
Average stacking starting. Okay. You were only say within 15 degrees of the moon. Well, what the heck? Let me go to more power. Let me go to a longer exposure. Let me go to 5 seconds. That's 5 seconds. Now I'm going to start average stacking. Let me change that symbol. Bump, bump. Man, mosquitoes are bad. 5 seconds. I think Matt's going to like this camera in his 101 millimeter refractor. I got to look at a picture because something, I don't know if anybody sees what I see, but I'm picking some nebulosity up around here. I'm going to do a DSS image in Sky Tools and see if, yeah, there are some nebulas there. IC 4707, right around those two stars. Let's see. I'm going to get a DSS image. Get a DSS image there. Ping, ping.
Operation completed.
IC 4706. IC 4706. Supernova remnant. You're definitely picking that up. That's IC, yeah, IC 4706. Cool. Yeah, I'm in video mode, 5 second exposure. I'm at the longest video mode. Let me mark that. Let me so I can remember when I play the video back. IC 4706. IC 4706. And there is a, it's right around those two stars. Pretty cool. Let me see if I can get some information on it. Right click, object info. IC 4706 diffuse nebula. And that's all they have listed in Sky Tools. Well, seems like now I have to try to push the envelope. I'm going to go to trigger mode. Maybe, let's see, I have to stop, I have to stop the stacking. Won't go to trigger mode. Uh-oh. Something's stuck. Mosquitoes. I can't get it out of well, I'm stuck. Oh well, we'll keep it at video mode, 5-second max. And let's see what happens when it averages. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to go to Control-Alt-Delete. I have to go to Task Manager. I have to go to Details, Malincam Sky, Set Affinity, All Processors, One Processor. Okie dokie. Okay, so now we're running on just one processor for Affinity. And I didn't change the name. Son of a, I keep forgetting. Swan Nebula. Okay. So I guess the next thing will be to go to the Eagle. Let's see, where's my eraser? Okay. So I've captured 15 images out of the 500 so far. You can look at the very bottom left corner and see auto captures, how many I've captured so far. Okay. Well, now it's off to the Eagle.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
I'm estimating, Jeff, at about f3.7 or so. Well, let me see my... The moon is behind a cloud. We just had a cloud come in. Let me do the average stacking. Let me put that up on the screen somewhere. I just saw the moon is behind a cloud. f3.7. So, okay, I'm glad I'm not talking to just myself. Okay. Well, the eagle is there right in the center. I might try now. Let me change the description again. Bingo. 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 EAGLENEBULA. Hopefully that wasn't smoke from a fire. See, when you zoom in with this chip, you really get pixelated. This is 400 zoom, which is the max zoom. Let me see if there's clouds over there. Another moon is in the clouds. If I'm looking, let me go look at my old sky camera. Oh crap! Oh crap! This may end up being a short broadcast, folks. North, west to south, there are clouds. Let me see what's in the east. For now, the east is clear. Let's see, Messier. Let me go azimuth. Okay, let's see. Slew 2 and center in target.
Telescope slewing to target.
I'm going to the northeast.
Telescope slew complete.
Let me stop the stack. Andromeda does not look good, folks. 3.7, Jeff. 3.7. That's not looking good at all. We must have a lot of crud in the sky tonight. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at it, Andromeda through the H alpha filter. It was good for those nebulas, but it's not good for these galaxies. I may have to take that H alpha filter out. Okay, so let me pause the recording again, and you can see the clouds going by, folks. God, son of a gun. Let me go to 1 second. 1 second's too much. half second. Half second, let me get an This is a half second exposure. Let me see, erase, bank. This is blue. M31. Yellow. One half second. 5, sharpness 50, gain, DFC. So this is basically what you get with a 1/2 second exposure. Through cloud. Oh, let me erase that note because I now have the H alpha out. And let me see if I can adjust maybe. Okay. Yeah, let me try bumping up the gamma. I'm going to go to 1.25 or so. Let's see what happens. Now, where's the histogram? I'm going to go stick my nose outside and see how bad it looks. Okay, let's see. Folks, we're looking at Andromeda through clouds. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No filter. Everything's out, no filter. Yeah, I took the H alpha out and it's no filter right now. Well, unless you count the clouds we're looking through. And the gain is halfway, 25. for those who want to see what we're looking through right now, Andromeda is up in this area in the northeast. That's the current view. We're looking through that. And we're still seeing Andromeda that well. Yeah, I went over to Edge and called up my all sky camera. If anybody wants to go to look at my all sky, you can go to YouTube and search for Waning Space Moon Space 2, and it'll bring you to my streaming camera. But that is what we are looking through, folks. So I think with that, I think I'm going to shut it down. Because this is, well, let me see. Boy, I'm looking at that all sky camera. Like, how can I see anything? One less. Let me go to pinwheel and see if the pinwheel shows up. Slew to and center.
Telescope slewing to target.
Okay, and then let me stop the stacking.
Telescope slew complete.
Stop. I think it's worse where triangulum is. Well, that's where the triangulum is right now. That's not going to work. Well, folks, I think this picture says it all. That's what we're looking through right now. With that, I think I am going to pull the plug on this broadcast. Sorry, Rusty, Jeff, Will, Simon, and guests. I'm just going to have to shut her down. The next time it's clear, I'll be playing with this again. Y'all have a good evening. Good night for now.